Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great day today. My name's Cody, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by the farm. Oh, there goes the owl again. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll show up or not, but right here is one of the baby owls for this year. So I've seen 3 so far already this year, which is fantastic, and they all seem healthy and happy, which is really good. I remember last year we had that one little guy that lost a wing somehow. Was either born without one or it lost one. But anyway, all 3 of these guys are very happy and healthy. Well, I hope you're having a great day with whatever it is that you're getting up to today. The weather here is fantastic. We're a little on the cold side, but that's okay. We're still, what are we in now? May, I think? Near the end of May. Anyway, today what my plan is to get our carrots in. So I've got a lot of different varieties I'm trying out this year, and I just wanted to bring you along with how I'm going to get those planted. So let's get over to the seeder here and see what varieties we're getting in the ground. Welcome to my seeding station here. We've got the seeder here all ready to go. And if you've watched the sunflower video or any of my other seeding videos, you're familiar with this little guy. Today I'm going to be using plate number 10, and this one is situated, or it's suitable for carrot seeds. Carrot seeds can be pretty small and a little finicky to plant. So these ones are fantastic because they're pretty far, a good spacing. They do drop multiple seeds in one hole, but I find the carrots have enough space to kind of grow out in and around that, so it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Behind me here, I don't know if you can see or not, but I have all the different seed packets laid out. I use Nate's Corliss as the majority of the bulk of the carrots that we grow. They're my favorite. They grow really well in our soil. They ask nothing and they give you everything, so they're really good, and that's why I've got, you know, close to 1 million seeds here. And then I've got some experimental varieties here that I'm going to try as well. And what I like to do in the garden is not necessarily spend so much time staking everything out, making sure that everything is, you know, properly staked with marker line and all that sort of stuff. I just go in the field and put the seed out there. But to keep everything organized, what I like to do is have a little legend here. So I've got my little north arrow, and then the rows denote, well, rather the varieties are denoted there. And then I'll just come back after I plant the row and put a little number sign beside how many rows of each variety I've done, if that makes sense. So there are, one second. So there are 12 different varieties of carrots that I'm putting in this year. One is the Nats Corliss, so those are standard for us anyway. And then there's 11 that I'm trying out for the first time this year. So I'm going to, once they're out in the field, just make a little note as to how many rows there are, and that's how I'm going to keep track of the amount of rows. I hope that makes sense. It'll make more sense when we get out into the field. But yeah, I guess I'll run through real quick the varieties that we're doing. So the Nate's Corliss, what I said, is our #1 seller. That's a really good carrot. Then there's a Ruby Pack, White Satin, Purple Elite, Dragon, Purple Haze, Gold Nugget, Yellow Bunch, Deep Purple, Borello, and Neptune. So those are the ones I'm going to be trying. I also got pelleted carrot seeds for the first time. I've never done this method before. I'm just curious to see whether or not it makes a difference. You know, it should help with the spacing and that sort of thing, but I want to see if going through all this extra cost of buying a pelleted seed really makes a difference for my application. So that's what we're going to be working on today. One more thing, I picked up, what are they, 100 carrot seeds. These are the Neptune variety from a friend of mine. Actually, he reached out to me, one of the first other YouTubers to reach out and introduce himself and kind of take me in under his wing there, and that is Gary and Betty at the Old Church 5-Acre Homestead, GBL 5-Acre Homestead. They're out in Newfoundland there. Just a great channel if you're interested in checking them out. Let's see if I can't get that up close here. There we go. So yeah, the GBL, the Old Church 5-Acre Homestead there. So I was able to pick up 100 Neptune seeds. These guys are pelleted from Gary out there, so I'm excited to see how these guys go as well. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get these seeds in the ground. You want to make sure you don't fill the hopper up too high, because otherwise you're going to be above the dropper tube, and if that's the case, you're not going to be really getting that efficient seeding that you're after. So just make sure you've got it filled up to the max fill line, which I think I'm over, but do as I say, not as I do, I guess, right? So there we go. Our hopper all nice and full of seed. Let's get to work. It is such a beautiful day out today. I don't know what it's like where you're at. I hope it's just as lovely. But it's so nice to hear those spring birds back in the trees. You can wear a t-shirt outside, you know. You don't have to worry about the air hurting your face anymore. It's just absolutely lovely. And back here, oops, sorry about that, right behind me there, we planted sunflowers a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks now. I don't know. Time's lost all meaning. But they've actually had some sunflowers starting to sprout out, which is phenomenal. I'm super happy about that. There we go. This straw bed behind me here, you see I've got some peonies planted in there. So the straw is just used to help keep the moisture in, keep the weeds down, and prevent any erosion and those sorts of things. Those guys will stay in there for a long time. Anyway, we're going to be working here. And all the way down that way is going to be our carrot bed. So I'm going to just push this cedar and get some carrots in the ground here. So let's see how she goes. There we go. So we just got 10 rows of the Nate's Corliss in there, just like that. So super quick, pretty straightforward at the end of the day. Now, each row is about 100 feet long, so it's about a 1,000-foot row of carrots. And yeah, that's a really good start to the day. So I'm going to switch out the varieties and just rip through here and yeah, try not to be too long to get these carrots in. So up next here we have our first pelleted variety. This is the Gold Nugget. Now, this is what a pelleted carrot seed looks like. Basically what they do is they just coat each individual seed in, I think it's like a clay something or another. It just gives it a little bit of a shell. And that apparently helps with seed distribution and planting and all those sorts of things. Makes it seed easier to manage. Now, I've never had a problem with using just bare raw seed before, and I kind of like it too. You end up with a lot more seed in your trenches, so if you want to go back and thin them out, it's easier. I'm excited to try something new this year with a pelleted seed, just to see maybe it can improve on what I'm doing. I think it is quite a bit more expensive to get them like this. And let's see, there's only 1,000 seeds in here, whereas the other varieties I got about 5,000 seeds for cheaper. So yeah, pelleted seed. I'm gonna get this in the hopper there and let's give her a go. Yeah, there we go. So that's 200 feet with our pelleted Gold Nugget carrot seed here. There's still about half of it left. So that means we did about 500 carrot seeds in 200 feet of row. I'm not going to think too much about it yet. I want to see how they germinate, the spacing and all those sorts of things. If it's going to be less work or more work, I kind of have a feeling as to how it's going to go, but I'm going to hold off my judgments until the end of the season and we'll make a call there. But it is fun to do different experiments to see what works, what doesn't work. Can you improve on something, or what you're doing already good enough? So yeah, like I say, I've got a few more pelleted varieties. I also have a non-pelleted and a pelleted variety of one type of carrot, so I can do a side-by-side with those two as well, which I think is going to be a great experiment. So let's get this seed switched out into the next variety. There we go, we have our carrots in for the season. How exciting is that? We are well over a month earlier compared to last year. Last year I got them in super late, a lot of stuff was going on, but I got them in and they still did fantastic. So I'm so excited to see how they do now that they have you know, 4, almost 5 extra weeks in the ground, and with 11 experimental varieties, I can't wait to see what carrots we get this year. A big thank you to Gary and Betty out there in Newfoundland for getting me those Neptune carrot seeds. Go check their channel out. They're great people. They do great things out there, and if you like what I do, I think you're going to love what they're doing out there. So go give them a shout there. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We've got 31 rows of carrots in. Each row goes 100 feet down there. So it's at 3,100 feet of carrots. I can't wait to see what we get. And it's also going to be cool too to see the difference between pelleted seed versus non-pelleted seed. I already have my predictions. I don't want to spoil it, but I do feel like the pelleted seed might not necessarily be what I'm wanting to do in the future, but we'll see. I'm going to hold back my judgment until the end of the season. Once we get the harvest done, and then we can go down and see maybe it is worthwhile. Who knows, right? That's why we try new things, to see something else might work for us, right? But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. So I want to thank everyone so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you got some enjoyment out of it. But until next time, guys, take care, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.